Today we'll be talking about oxyacetylene cutting, and this is by far one of the more fun activities that will take place in this class. A lot of people really ended up enjoying it in previous years. I'm sure you guys will too. We got to talk about what actually this is, how to be safe around it, and with some demonstrations as well with videos. So what is oxyacetylene cutting? Oxyacetylene cutting uses a mixture of acetylene gas and oxygen to cut metal. The torch heats up the flame with a mixture of acetylene gas and oxygen, and then pure oxygen is basically trigger burst into the place you're heating it up, which causes the metal to liquefy and cut off. This is because the oxygen reacts with the metal, forming an iron oxide. And that iron oxide has about half the melting point of the area around it. So the iron oxide will turn to liquid because you don't need as much heat, which is also separating itself from the metal. But to be able to do this properly, you have to be safe. A acetylene tank is a bomb. I'm going to show you how it's a bomb here right now. Here's a video of two guys blowing up a Coke bottle filled with acetylene gas with a car battery. So you can see that was a decent sized explosion for the amount of gas in there. The tanks we have are much larger than this, and they have the power to destroy the school, at least the half the size we're on, so they're very powerful. Gotta be very careful around them. I don't expect anything bad to happen, but as you know, bad stuff can happen. Now we're back to the PowerPoint. Hope you enjoyed that little video. It's very true, acetylene's highly dangerous, highly flammable, so you gotta be really safe around it, but you also have to be safe and wear the protective equipment as well, because of what you're cutting is going to be really hot. So first off, you gotta wear protective safety glasses at all times in the shop. There will be other people working around you, so you need to protect your eyes, because eye injuries are one of the leading causes of injuries in a manufacturing shop. And then when you're welding, you must wear UV protective goggles. They will protect your eyes as well from the UV radiation and allow you to work and actually see what you are welding and cutting. You must wear pants because you are cutting, and the drops might land on your legs and all that, and you need pants to protect your skin, as well as you need to wear long sleeve shirts because you are working with a flame, so you must be protected. No loose clothing because, again, you have a live flame. You don't want to accidentally burn yourself on loose clothing. If you have long hair, you must tie it in the back so you don't burn your hair off. And you must wear closed-toed shoes, like as you see in the picture, he's wearing boots, but tennis shoes work as well. Also, this is the correct way. You will be looking very similar to this in the shop. As you see, you have your helmet, his goggles. He has his long sleeve shirt on that doubles as a fire apron. We will give you one of those. He has gloves, and he has his boots and his long pants. So that is the correct way to be safe in the when you're welding. And again, always know your surroundings, because again, there are other people working around you. We don't want having a hot piece of metal flying around, or you don't want you bumping into someone. Just be knowing where everyone's at around you. Okay, so first off, you have to know how to light the torch. To light the torch, you gotta make sure the acetylene tank and oxygen tank are both open. I will do that before we go back then class starts, so you don't really have to worry about that, but let me know if I do forget. Make sure the torch valves are both closed at the start. First off, you open the acetylene valve to half a turn. You don't want too much acetylene because you'll be burning it too fast. And you don't want too little because nothing will burn at all. Then you ignite it with a striker. And once you have a acetylene flame, you adjust oxygen. You adjust the oxygen valve until the desired flame is reached. Alright, so now we're going to get to the fun part, which is cutting the metal. You're going to heat up the metal in the desired cutting spot. Next, you're going to make sure the metal is red hot before cutting. As you can tell in the picture, the metal is red hot. And then you're going to press the oxygen jet in the desired place. As you can see in the picture, the center stream is the oxygen. That's going to be what is going to be cutting the metal. And always watch out for falling scraps by your feet because they will be hot. and then quench the metal in the water to cool off, because it's going to be really hot and you're going to want it to cool off, because you're going to have to be able to remove any leftover slag with a wire brush. So make sure you do that. Next, turning the torch off. Very easy but very important sequence. You got to close the oxygen tank first, and then once that's done, you close the acetylene valve, because you want to burn off any excess acetylene that would be left in maybe the tubes. That's how you're going to turn it off. Now there's going to be a demonstration on how to do oxyacetylene cutting by a professional. He's going to show you how to get the desired flame by turning on the torch. Also going to show you how to correctly cut a piece of metal, and he's going to show you how to turn the torch off properly.
My friction device, open the acetylene valve about 1/4 turn. Open this acetylene valve until this flame is quite bushy. That black soot look has disappeared primarily. At that point, we will now open our preheat oxygen valve, the forward valve, slowly, adding oxygen to make a neutral flame. As we add oxygen, the long flame becomes shorter, and it will match up exactly with the preheat flame. That is a neutral flame, and the type of flame we will use 100% of the time for cutting. Another nice feature with the Smith torch, by the way, even with flame, I can turn this valve turn the handle so the valves will be in any position that I like them to be in for my own use. Now, we're going to make one cut here to show you that, but then I want to go back and explain that as we're using the cutting attachment now, other things can be used, such as a heating tip, a brazing tip, and we'll explain what a hand torch is in just a moment. Get yourself secure and comfortable. Hold your flame close to the metal, but off roughly 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. Once you see a red or orange appearance, hit your cutting lever. Accomplish your cut. To extinguish the flame of the torch, turn off your oxygen valve, turn off your fuel valve, turn off this oxygen valve. The torch is now properly shut down.
I hope you enjoyed the video presentation on how to actually cut a piece. We'll be trying that in class in the near future. Now the floor will be open for questions, so I can help you out and clarify anything that you had. So